Hey guys and girls, welcome to this week's episode of Antlers, watching giant bucks grow. I guess it's more like antlerless now this time of the year. We still do have bucks on the ranch with antlers. We have most that do not, it seems like, and we have a lot going on this week. The main thing that's happening this week with the deer is the weather. It's been, well, you can look behind me. We've still got ice. It's got a cold, freezing, icy rain right now, and this is supposed to go on all night long. I've been shooting videos throughout the week as best as I could. Every time I would go out, it would stay between 23 and 25 degrees for like 3 or 4 straight days. I mean, every day except I guess last Sunday or something like that. I mean, it was like several days back, it's been 23 to 25 degrees. Not as a low, but 23, 24, 25. Every single day, day or night. It didn't seem to matter. Just like the temperature was locked in there, or the temperature gauges were broke or something. But that's what they were all reading, so I know they weren't broke. But we've got quite a bit going on this week, good and bad. So let's get right to it. Well, what a great time to start out the antlers video with a wad of deer with no antlers. How about that? A wad of deer with no antlers. Now, I believe that, oh, there is Fatboy. Fatboy's going to at least start this week with antlers. And whether he ends this week with antlers or not, I don't know. But we got 2, 4, 6, 7 deer there. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe. Yeah, 7, 8. You got 8 deer there. Now, a couple of those deer are probably not bucks, but about everything I see right now is bucks. That might be 8 bucks right there. That's there may be 1 or 2 does in there. Not really sure. TC is right up there in the big middle of them. Got just a little wind started blowing. We shouldn't have any wind on the video, but this will get this antlers week started, and we have antlers in the pens. Antlers in the pens. I believe all of those are bucks. Oh, look at this little fight over the food there. I think that one with the white eyes back there could be Milburn. He was what we were calling another fat boy. And that deer right there on the far left got all that white around his eyes. All of those deer are pretty fat, really, except TC. TC is just simply getting a little old. This is his problem. Back there, clear back in the back, maybe a doe or 2, I don't know. But what a great way to start the week out, looking at these right here. We'll see how the week goes. We're very concerned about Whitey. Whitey seemed to have lost quite a bit of weight last week, I think. I think he'd been gaining weight and now started losing it again. And we're very concerned about him. But we'll see what the week goes. He's been making it pretty good, really. Look at that doggone fat boy, will you? Man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man, look at that guy. He is really something, isn't he? Look how broad he is. His horns are just hanging in there. Here we are changing the month, and he's still got antlers. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful deer. What a beautiful, pretty calm morning with a little breeze I felt. Backed off a little bit. I'll back the camera off there just a little bit and take one more little pan shot. That might be Ranger right there with those white eyes. Remember him? Oh yeah, that deer's not tagged, so it could be either that or he's simply a totally wild deer. Beautiful right there. Especially that boy that's still got some weapons on his head. Okay, guys and girls, there is some antlers for this antlers video. You know, you have antlers videos. We have antlers videos Friday and Saturday on Jimmy Houston's Twin Eagle Ranch channel, Jimmy and Chris Houston's. And but we have no antlers hardly. We've got a lot of deer hanging around the house. Now these deer here, these 2 right here, do not hang around the house much. These are 2 totally wild deer that are out in the front yard between here and the lake. Early this morning, incredibly cold. Chill temperatures in single digits right now. And that is a 9-point deer. That's a 5x4 right there. So it's a deer that's larger than Fatboy. But he is definitely a fat boy. Look at the size of that deer. The size of that deer is amazing. And he is working on breakfast big time. It's really cold out there, really, really cold. And that deer there is a year younger. It's got a smaller rack, looks like about maybe, what is that guy? Probably an 8-point. You see his horns are a lot, or his antlers, or horns, whatever, however you want to call them, doesn't matter. But he's a big fat deer. It might be this one's son. You never can tell. But there's some antlers. We're not seeing a lot of antlers right now, with the exception of the deer in the pen. But there's some antlers right there. Now, I saw a deer on the other side of the house. I'm shooting from inside the house because it's early in the morning. I'm barefooted. I am dressed, but I don't have my shoes on yet. And I'm not going out there. Single-digit chill temperatures in the extremely low 20s, 22, 23 degrees. Winter here for 3 or 4 days. Ice storms in part of Oklahoma right now. Fortunately, we have no moisture down here. What? Did you hear Jimmy say, no? Fortunately, no moisture? You know, I almost take moisture in any form, what little we've had the last 2 years. But we do not want ice. Ice causes lots and lots and lots of problems. Golly, that's a beautiful deer. Oh my goodness, that is a beautiful deer. It has begun to sleet here at the Eagle, and I've got my truck in the way of my deer. I can't see my deer, but I do have deer over there. What I wanted to show you was there is Fatboy. You can see what Fatboy is. Lost. He doesn't have a couple 6-shooters anymore. He has one. He's lost one of his guns. I'm gonna ease out here to him, get as close as I can. The wind's blowing. I'm gonna try to block that wind if I can with my hand a little bit, but I know this is not gonna be great audio, but it's really early in the morning and wind is blowing. Those are all bucks out there. You see the nobbins there. You can see the knobs everywhere. Those are all bucks. And Fatboy's, he got a little nervous. He has lost one antler. The other antler should go pretty soon. But we are just about, I'm going to zoom in on him where you can take a good look at him. It's always strange to see him with only one antler. Those are nice heavy antlers. So I'm going to look around. Hopefully it's laying out there somewhere not too far away. May be, may not be. I'll get Benelli out here. But it's down in chill temperature single digits. The deer are actually not afraid of me. They're looking off in that other direction. Oh, there's Apache coming up through there. Oh, I see Apache. That's what they're looking at. They heard Apache way before I could ever hear Apache's truck coming. But there's some bucks right there. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4x4. That truck's gonna scare him. He's not really too worried about me. He's kind of concerned about that truck. Cold, cold, cold. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But we have water. We have single digit chill temperatures, and our water is still good. I left it dripping a little last night. Our brand new water system, the first test of freeze. If you can withstand single digits, that's pretty good. Pretty good for here in the South anyway. You guys in the North might just be laughing at me. Oh my TC, you kind of, your head's kind of scruffed up there. Looks a little bit big old fat boy. Okay, I'm out in the sleet right now, 23 degrees. The wind has laid down a little bit, so the chill temperature, which was 9 degrees this morning, is probably up around 10 or 11 or 12. The wind is blowing, but it's not blowing really, really hard. And that is the only antler we can look at amongst all the deer that are here this morning is Fatboy. Zoom out there, and we got a few deer in there eating. It is sleeting, and it is cold. And it's going to be a big ice storm in here. We're going to watch it as it transpires and hope that most of it stays south. It's hammering Dallas. It was thundering and lightning out here. Benelli and I was out here early this morning still trying to teach that little puppy that if it's not green, don't pee or poop on it. But I don't know. She thinks brown carpet works the same. I guess she would think that way because it's not green this time of the year. It's brown. He looks pretty good right there, doesn't he? That looks really nice. Yeah, beautiful 8-point. And then when he turns his head, oh, it's not a beautiful 8-point. He's watching something out there. I don't know what he's watching. I always look around. There might be a coyote coming around. But they are definitely watching something up there. They may hear Apache coming. I see a squirrel running out there, so there's something going on out there that we need to know about. All right. Fat Boy, you're gonna look like everybody else any minute now. There's Fat Boy coming up here close to the house. Pretty rascal. One horn. And there he goes. Goodbye, Fat Boy. Bitter cold here at daylight. Not a drop of the ice has melted. The deer are beginning to stir. CTC coming in right there. That's Fatboy Still with his one antler. Isn't that something? 3 or 4 days he's been carrying that one antler around. Look at him, isn't he beautiful? He's not real tall, that's one of the things. He's so wide, not real tall. Fatboy, you're a beauty. You're a beauty. Feeders should throw here pretty soon. Deer all walking in. There's TC coming in. My little girl going out there. Come here, Benelli, come here. Come on, Benelli. She just wants to go out and visit with them. So far, they haven't paid a whole lot of attention to her. I better call her back on in here. Come on, Belly. Come on, Benelli, let's go inside. Come here, girl. Come on, baby. Come on. That a girl. That a girl. Oh, what a joy she is. What a little demon at the same time. They're coping pretty well with this sub-freezing temperatures. It's really not that bad on them at all. But, you know, they're in it all the time. I'm out here and my hands are freezing. I don't have my gloves on. We look at one more day when Fatboy still got one antler. Got one weapon up on his head. The other bucks are looking beautiful, fat, looking great. He looks like a doe when he turned behind that tree. Oh, a little more. But they're looking great. I keep thinking I'm coming out here and Fatboy will have lost that horn, but so far he hasn't. Anyway, this ice, snow, sleet, it's not snow, sleet and ice that's on the ground will go away, as will Fatboy's one antler. So, as we continue this week, we still have one antler deer here at the house. Antler deer here at the house. Isn't he pretty? Well, before we look at some antlers on the bigger bucks, before the weather changes again, I thought I'd just take a little stroll out here with Benelli. Benelli is wandering around having fun in the leaves. You can see she's turning into a much larger dog, turning into a real dog. You know, she's gained a lot of weight. First time I took her to the vet, she was 8 pounds, and you can look and see that she's really almost 3 times that big. I had her to vet, I guess it's been almost 10 days ago now anyway. Monday of last week, I believe it was. And she weighed 18. So she's probably over the 20-pound mark right now. That's a good girl right there peeing. She's still not housebroken. She's getting better. She doesn't hardly ever poop in the house, which is good. That's a good thing. But she still pees on the floor. Sometimes just a little bit, but a little bit, it's bad. But I thought we'd just walk around and take a look at the house. The wind has died down as we were about to have another wave come in. We take a look at the lake. We see, of course, we have a north wind blowing. And there is Fatboy. We got an antlers video. We got to have some antler, right? There is Fatboy, and he's kind of want to walk over here toward me. He's got that one antler you left. We haven't found the other one. It's been so cold, I just haven't wanted to get out here and mess around. It's just too cold. It's just absolutely too cold. But there's Fatboy looking at us. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Every time I turn around and look, we see where Benelli is. My camera goes crazy. The lake looks great. The north wind is blowing. You see that this bank over here is completely blocked from the wind. Look at him. He's walking up toward me. Hey, Melbourne. Hey, Melbourne. Are you Melbourne? Somebody said that that Fatboy and Fatboy 2, one of them is perhaps Melbourne and one of them is perhaps Ranger, which is what we all think. We're kind of getting used to me calling them Melbourne, and so they're coming to me when I call them Melbourne, or if I call them Ranger, that they get used to that sound, and they think that's their name. That could be. I don't know. I hadn't thought about that. Had not thought about that. But Fatboy looks really, really good there, doesn't he? Look how fat that deer is. He is just an amazing specimen. And he's kind of, I mean, he may be taller than we think. He's just so fat that it seems like he's got a squatty body. It would be cool if that antlers fell off while we were looking at him, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's not going to happen, I don't think. Benelli has really got her eyes on him. That's Fatboy Benelli. That's Fatboy. Yeah, look at him. Oh, there's TC down there too. There's TC. I didn't even see TC. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Good girl, sit. Good girl. Good girl. The wind's blowing. I'll try to get behind this tree a little bit and block that wind as good as I can. I really just wanted to walk around out here in the front, take a look over at the mountains. Got that sleet, is what that is. That fell 2 days ago. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Fatboy says, I've had about all I can say about this. I'm going to leave. Okay. Hey, come here. Come here, Benelli. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. Leave him. Hey, Benelli, come here. Benelli, come here, girl. Benelli, sit. Sit, Benelli. She says, I think I will go. Oh, she finally said. Oh, good girl, Benelli. You're supposed to sit when I say so, not a delayed action. Maybe it just took a while for my voice to get over there. Good girl, Benelli. Good girl, baby doll. And there is TC. Gosh, she's a big, beautiful deer. Benelli, I don't know. She's there by that tree, watching him. She says, why won't they play with me, boss? Why won't they play with me? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Cold, sleet on the ground, deer in the front yard. And we got moisture, freezing ice, maybe up to a ½ inch of ice, which will be very destructive. But it has made it to 30 degrees. We hope it stays.